AFC West.
I'm with you, Jim.
I'm giving you the ending to the book. I'm
I've
giving
been
you
saying
the ending to the book.
He's been saying it for
I'm
weeks
giving
on the
up.
show.
Every single show.
I'm giving it up. It's
Okay.
why are
So
we?
you got the Chiefs winning the AFC West.
Why are we here? I mean,
Okay.
why are
Austin,
we here?
Why are we talking about this?
No shock, right?
So it's not. So
this is going to be the clean sweep.
This is the clean sweep. The Chiefs win the AFC West. It's not going to be easy, though, because the Los Angeles Chargers are a really good team, especially a really good regular season team. They play really well. So I have the Kansas City Chiefs winning. They take Mahomes does not throw for 50 touchdowns. I know a lot of people that say, go. No, it's not.
That was rare.
They're ready for him
happen.
this year.
Super
They're
rare.
ready for him this year. I will say that.
Yeah, they'll be ready. The teams will be a little more ready with more tape, more film, whatever. Andy Reid, though, is very good at throwing little wrinkles in. We could see some of the play calling last year. Andy Reid and Coach Bellamy, too, felt really comfortable doing some kind of crazy stuff on offense. And actually, during the preseason, Game 1, we're recording this, it's Wednesday night. So
The 14th of August.
Game 1's in the books. And
How many days until the Chiefs Super Bowl?
I'm pumped.
How many days? I don't even
idea.
know. We got to figure that out. We got to figure that out.
A long season. The thing about it is there was already wrinkles being thrown in the preseason game, and you know it's preseason, so it's whatever. But scoring 38 in preseason is nice. It was the most points. It was the most points out of any other team. The backup tight end coming in, Bobby Bell, played really, really well. Caught some nice passes. Mahomes looked really sharp. 4 for 4, run for 10 yards. Looked really good. They've got I believe it's a 6th-round pick running back, Thompson, who kind of shone out during the preseason game. And actually, there's a lot of I've seen some guys talking about he actually might be one of the steals in the draft, not the steal, but one of the steals in the draft. Getting him so late, 6th round, to the fact that he actually he may be taking some reps with the first team. Running back by committee, anyways, right?
Yeah.
So, anyways, the Chiefs are super deep at receiver, super deep at tight end. The defense just needs to be decent, and they're going to win the division. That's it. Like I said, the rest of the division is actually pretty good, though.
Yeah.
Denver's no slouch. I actually think Oakland will be better than they were last year.
I think Oakland's going to be terrible.
I hope so. That'll help us out. I think it's 2 games for the Chiefs. I will call this, too, also. I'll say this again. Reid will do it again, and we'll sweep division 6-0 because Andy Reid is very good at winning division games.
He is.
I think he's only lost twice or 2-3 times
So
in the division.
The clean sweep, Chiefs win the AFC West.
Turn that head around. Turn that head around when we talk about the Chiefs, will you?
You act like they're rivals. They're not rivals.
Well, they were both Texas teams, and there's a little Texas pride in that fight.
I remember that.
They were never both Texas teams at the same time.
I remember that.
They were too
I don't remember
at the
that.
same time.
No.
The Dallas
AFL, NFL?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, the
AFL team moved to Kansas City and became
the NFL didn't exist then.
Yeah,
right. You're
so
right.
They were not there at the same time.
Okay, whatever.
So they were not rivals.
Turn your head around.
Anyway, wild card teams. I'm going with the Los Angeles Chargers for the reasons you talked about. Phillip Rivers,
Easy pick.
Is really good in the regular season.
Easy pick.
And I mean, yes, they play in a tough division, but they're really good.
Yep. They are really good.
Indianapolis Colts is who I have down. But again, I kind of, that the more I think about that injury, the more it makes me want to change it. But the fact that we have to lock it in right now, Indianapolis Colts will make the playoffs. So Chargers and Indy, those are my 2 wild card teams for 2019 season.
Super easy for pick the Chargers. Really, I would say probably, easily to me the 3rd best team in the AFC last year was Los Angeles Chargers. Unfortunately, they ran into the Patriots and really got balled out up there really bad, which has kind of been the deal about they actually normally play pretty well in the playoffs, but they can't win too much. Phillip Rivers, for some reason, get playoff time, not super clutch. Anyways, Los Angeles Chargers make the playoffs. Really good roster from top to bottom. I would even say maybe I talked about the Chiefs' depth on offense. Chargers are really kind of deep all the way around. Really good roster. Their GM is really, really solid. Debate on whether Phillip Rivers is a Hall of Fame quarterback. He's a good quarterback. I even say he's a great quarterback. I wouldn't trade.
I think he's a Hall of Fame quarterback on the right team.
So if you Yeah, the deal is on Phillip Rivers, his numbers, when you match him up to when he finally retires, when you match him up to a guy who's in the Hall of Fame, which is a Dan Marino, comparable, super comparable. He may end up being like this generation's Dan Marino without thinking too hard about maybe some other guys that could be. He's right there, right?
Yeah.
Has had some really, really good teams that didn't make it to the Super Bowl. So, anyways, I would still trust Phillip Rivers if I was the Chargers, right? Great quarterback.
Yep.
My second pick for the wild card is Cleveland Browns.
Whoa.
I'm buying into the hype a little bit on them. I think they're a 10-win team. One reason why I think they end up getting 10 wins and sneaking in is
Oklahoma?
It's not because of Oklahoma. Okay, here we go. Let's bash Oklahoma. Let's bash Oklahoma for a second. And I'll say this on Baker. Can he win a big game? Can you win a big playoff game? I'm not talking about regular season because Oklahoma, the University of Oklahoma will get to the college football playoff and get bombed out.
I'll agree with you there.
And the coaching,
they haven't won a national championship since Stoops' second or third year? I can't remember what it was.
It's been a long time.
Was it Jason White? No, is that right? Am I thinking of the right school? Jason White? Is that right? Or is that Nebraska? I don't know. Anyways, it's a long time
He's
ago.
the Oklahoma guy.
The problem is, maybe, because he don't even know. Ayo. So the
So back to your Cleveland Browns.
Cleveland Browns, not because of the Oklahoma ties, but I really like the deal is their schedule is super soft. They get they were fourth. Were they the last place team in the division? Maybe the third. Anyways, their strength of schedule is super soft. They get a stretch in there where they're playing a lot of bad teams, a lot of cellar dweller kind of teams, so they can stack 5-6 wins in a row because their talent at receiver is elite with Landry and Beckham Jr. That's elite talent at receiver, and you have a quarterback who could be elite. Baker really could have a really good year next year. He looked solid coming in. The nice thing to see from him last year was that he took over for who was the quarterback they had? Was Jackson, right? Tavares? No, who was it? Their quarterback they got from the Bills. Anyways, he replaced the quarterback and took over. And the first drive they scored points that he went through last year. So we know.
Yeah, Baker Mayfield's a good quarterback.
We know for a fact that Baker's the game's not going to be too big for him. He'll be able to step up. And I
just think 8 wins is their ceiling.
I'm telling you, if you take a look at their schedule, it's so easy. They play a lot of bad teams, and I think that. And one thing that's that Cleveland fans can kind of look forward to is they're the youngest team in the NFL as far as average age by a mile. It's not even close. So here and so stacking all those.
So I'm saying I think they're a year away.
No, this is it. This ain't going to be a Super Bowl year for them. They're basically what's going to happen for me. What I think they're going to make it to the playoffs. If they play somebody, if they end up playing. Looking at the teams I have going, actually, I think they lose. They lose that first game. I think if they go to Pittsburgh, they lose in the playoffs. I think if they go to, Kansas City, they lose. They go to New England, they lose. And if they go to, who's the other one? If they go to Indy, that'll be a good game. But I think Indy will pull it out at home. Whatever. But I think they make it in.
Okay. Well, there you go, Jim. You got any wild cards for us in the AFC?
I'll put the Chargers in there.
Okay.
That's maybe
That's probably the easiest one.
We're talking about bets.
Right,
if there's a way where you can bet if like
Chargers just make the playoffs,
because the odds on that will probably be decent. If you want to bet on Chiefs make playoffs, you're not going to get good odds. You probably get halfway decent odds on that. That's a good pick.
Well, I just want to say this about Oakland. I think Oakland, with the way the Raiders have been, with what's happened over the years, I don't think they do well until they move to Las Vegas. I really, truly believe that. I think I think there's.
I see them as a 2-win team.
I don't agree with that. I think the Oakland wins 6 or 7 games this year.
They've got a great coach. He hangs on, goes to. You think about the marketing power in Vegas. It's the cheapest place to fly to, I think, in America, right? You gamble enough, you get a free hotel room, right? I think that I don't think there's karma and there's all this other stuff out there that I don't believe in, but I believe in it right now with Oakland. I think Oakland doesn't make their presence in the NFL until because the coach they got right now is proven. He's got to get some players to go with it, right? But I
think they're holding all their chips until they get to Vegas.
I truly believe that. I don't know if it's them holding. I just think it's the way it's going to happen. I think karma is there. What do you think, guys?
Oh, I mean, I think that
When
Them
they
being
move
the
when they
Las
move to
Vegas-
Vegas, I'm betting in Vegas on them.
when they become the Las Vegas Raiders officially, I think they will never play a home game again. And I say this because a lot of NFL fans like to take a trip every year to a city to watch their team play, and I think that will be
The new American team.
the
New-
no, not America's team. No.
They're the new Americans team.
No.
Austin, come on.
I
chime
said they
in,
will
chime in
never
here.
play
chime
a
in.
home game again because everyone will travel to Vegas to watch their team play.
They're the new
So
Americans
you're
team.
saying,
Then
yeah, you're basically saying they'll be in their home stadium, but it won't be a home crowd.
but it won't be a home crowd because that week is the week that
But they're-
like
but-
you as a
but the
Chiefs
Raiders
fan,
fans.
if you could go watch them anywhere. I mean, I know you're probably going to go to Vegas over anywhere else.
yeah, I would.
'Cause
Yeah,
that's an excuse to go to Vegas, but
Because-
then you get to watch
because
the
there's
Chiefs.
good
Another thing
restaurants
is,
and there's
too-
good food, and you're a food guy. You're going to go where the best. There's a lot of chefs that come out of Vegas.
yeah.
you're a
I don't
food
think
guy.
I've ever been. Oh, no, I have been. I've been to the steakhouse at Aria. But anyways, I know I get what you're saying, and you're correct because if you think about it another way, so a lot of Chiefs fans will travel to the game. Say we're playing, think about that. You're going down there, and like the whole city is going to be dominated by Chiefs fans. That's fun. That's
Yep.
way fun, especially if the team wins. It'll still be fun if they lose. I mean, you're still
I
going to
think
have
it'll
a
be
good time.
at least
you're not going to be.
it
you'll
will be
upset
at
about
least
the
a
game.
50-50 crowd every week, though. I think.
Yeah, that's what
but
I'm
I don't
saying.
think how many. I don't.
Yeah, the only way
I
they
think
can
every
do
week.
the only way they can do that is if they literally if they turn that stadium into kind of a casino and they comp residents into
Yeah.
coming. But even
Well-
then, a lot of the residents that live there now are not from there, right?
No,
Yeah.
So they'll be like they'll be
how
they'll be
big?
all over the place.
I was driving with Tom Johnson down to the Air Force Academy, a guy that we do play-by-play with. Big Vegas guy, loves Vegas. We were Googling stuff about Vegas. The population there, the overall area is smaller than the greater Kansas City area by many. It's not a big area,
Sure, it's
residence-wise.
not even close.
Yeah, not even close.
I'm
Well,
actually
Google's
I'm
great.
actually higher. I'm higher on the Raiders than I'm higher on the Raiders than you are. I think they're a 6 or 7 win team. They have a lot of really good young talent on that team. They could be worse than that. I think they're better than 2 wins. I don't think they're the most improved team in the NFL, but I think they'll be, they'll be decent.
So there you have it.
Well, okay, here real quick. Son will never be as good as father with the Raiders. Never, I don't think.
As far as ownership,
Right. I don't think
Oh,
Son will ever be as good. It's not the Hunt family there either.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, because I would actually, if I want to talk about Hunt family, I would actually put as far as being a strict owner. I'm not talking about like business creation or anything like that or entrepreneurship. But Clark Hunt has done a better job as the owner of the Chiefs than Lamar has.
I was talking about that the other day.
Yes, he's done an exceptional job of taking over it and really, realizing his mistakes with bringing in a Haley and bringing in a Cornell and bringing in Pioli and saying, you know what, if Philly wants to get rid of Reed, I'll take a high quality guy here anytime, and it's really made it, and that's the stamp because now the nice thing about bringing in a guy like Andy Reid is you have a coaching tree. And so as soon as Andy Reid wants to step down, most likely his OC is going to be the one taking over. New England has it set up the same way. Eventually McDaniels will take over.
Right.
And he gets to stay there and continue that deal. But Andy Reid's guys, one of Andy Reid's guys most likely takes over for the Chiefs. So anyways, we're talking about that. I will say this about we're talking about ownership of the Raiders.
right.
He'll make more money than his dad did with the team.
But he's not
because
the
he'll kill it. He's going to kill it in Vegas.
But his dad was a coach. He understood it. There's no way it'll ever be the same.
No.
You mean like championship levels?
Yeah, no, there's no way. I mean, the Hunt family has done well. The Raiders did really well, but I think the overall outcome of a family-ran organization, the Chiefs win.
I agree with that.
Yep.
And I'll say this about Lamar: sports wouldn't be sports today without Lamar.
I agree with that, too.
And you look at soccer. if he wouldn't have been patient with Sporting, which was the Kansas City Wiz, and then what a name.
Yep.